So this week's Torah portion, we learn the laws of the Sabbath, the sabbatical year. Not the Sabbath of the week, but the Sabbath of the year. That every seventh year in Israel, you should take a year of rest. And in the Torah, God says, you may have a very simple question. If you're a farmer in the land of Israel and you take a day of rest, what's going to happen to your field? What's going to happen to your crop? You're not going to plant. What's going to be with the soil? And if you spend the entire year learning and studying, what's going to be with your livelihood? So God says, I will command my blessing on the sixth year, that you will be so successful and fruitful, and you'll have so much grain and fruit that you will have enough for the sixth year, for the seventh year, and then you'll also have enough for the eighth year, because if you're not working on the field in the seventh year, then you won't have any crops until the end of the eighth year. So for the crops of the sixth year will last for 3 years. Now, rabbis tell us something very interesting. You see, what's the message God's trying to tell us? That if you trust in me, and you believe in me, and you challenge me, okay, I'm going to keep the sabbatical year, this coming sabbatical, God is going to command his blessing. You'll be so successful in the sixth year, you won't have to worry until the eighth year. In a sense, God is telling us in everything in life, if you truly trust in me, if you put your trust in my hands, you will be blessed. And so much so, the rabbis say, when it comes to the commandment of charity, tzedakah, you could challenge God. You could tell God, look, I don't know how, if I give away these $500, how am I going to live? How am I going to pay my bills? But there's another Jew in need. Prove it to me, God, that by me giving this $500, I will be blessed financially. And God says he will bless you so much by giving to others. Your return will be 10x what you've given. And this is what God tells us with the sabbatical year. If you are willing to give up for God with trust that God will take care of you, that will be returned. And now to bring it back to the regular Sabbath, the Shabbos, there's a great rabbi, Rebbe Eliezer, who traveled to a faraway land. And he says he was invited by this family that on Shabbos they took out a gold table, the most royal foods, and they had this lavish meal in honor of Shabbat. And the rabbi asked him, how did you become so wealthy? And he said, you see, everything I had, I saved and I invested in Shabbat. I never spent money on my weekday meals. I put everything to Shabbat. And now God has blessed me with riches that now I can have such a beautiful Shabbat dinner. And here is the Shabbat dinner that I have. But it's only because I invested and put all my money towards Shabbat. Wishing you all Shabbat Shalom.